Hello and welcome to the Tech Culture Africa podcast, where we explore the intersection of technology, culture, and lifestyle all across the African continent. I'm Peng, your host for today's special episode, and I'm excited to dive into a comprehensive tour of Africa's latest developments in tech, culture, and business growth. Joining me is my wonderful guest, Meli. Meli, thanks for being here.
Hi Peng, I'm thrilled to be part of this conversation. There's so much happening in Africa right now, impressive economic growth, groundbreaking fintech startups, and a cultural renaissance that's captivating the world.
First, let's set the stage. If someone asks, why should I care about Africa's tech, culture, and innovation? I'd say it's simple. Africa has some of the fastest growing economies on the planet, an incredibly vibrant cultural heritage, and a booming tech scene. Plus, we've got a newsletter where you can keep up with all these insights. Right, Meli?
Exactly. We invite everyone to join our newsletter for updates on new ventures, cultural events, and entrepreneurial triumphs. You'd be surprised how quickly things are evolving.
No kidding. So, to all our listeners, if you want to explore the intersection of technology, culture, and lifestyle in Africa, you're in the right place. Let's kick off with our What's New Across Africa segment. Meli, can you talk about the big picture economic outlook?
Sure thing, Peng. Africa's economic engines are definitely revving up. Countries like Niger, South Sudan, Senegal, and Rwanda are projecting remarkable GDP growth over the next couple of years. In fact, according to the African Economic Outlook 2024, real GDP across Africa is expected to rise from 3.7% in 2024 to 4.3% in 2025, with 40 countries poised to post higher growth in 2024 than in 2023. Even more exciting, 10 African nations will rank among the world's top 20 fastest growing economies in 2023-2024. That's a decade-long trend continuing strong.
That's impressive. And it's not just numbers and charts, there's a cultural wave happening too, right?
Absolutely. Afrobeats is dominating global music charts, new tech hubs keep popping up, and African creative industries like fashion, film, and art are influencing trends worldwide.
We'll be sharing rotating insights throughout this episode. For instance, in October 2024, African startups raised $254 million, their best October performance since 2020. These little nuggets really illustrate Africa's momentum.
Couldn't agree more. And if people want a quick read, they can head over to our highlights and trending reads section. Just click view all to dive deeper.
Now, let's talk tech. Our theme here is driving innovation across the continent. Meli, what's your take on African fintech?
African fintech is grabbing global headlines. Moneypoint and TimeBank both hit billion-dollar valuations in 2024, joining the ranks of Flutterwave, OPay, and Chipper Cash. These startups tackle gaps in mobile payments, cross-border transfers, and micro-lending, hugely impactful for financial inclusion.
And there's more than just fintech. We've got innovation hubs in Lagos, Nairobi, Cape Town, and Kigali, nurturing startups in health tech, agri-tech, and edtech. Any personal favorites?
I love what iHub in Nairobi has done, supporting diverse early-stage ventures. Plus, programs like the Partnership for Digital Access in Africa aim to push internet connectivity from 40% to 80% by 2030. That's close to 1 billion people coming online.
Data and connectivity remain crucial, though only 11% of Africa is covered by 5G right now, compared to 51% globally. But the good news is governments and telecom giants are collaborating to broaden that coverage.
Right? And from an investment perspective, with Africa's working age population exploding, there's significant potential in energy tech, agri-tech, and AI solutions. The MasterCard Foundation alone has committed over $770 million to help digitally empower young Africans.
Truly a land of opportunity. For more info, check out our latest tech articles and insights, or just click View All Technology articles on our site. Moving on, celebrating Africa's cultural legacy and future. Meli, you're big into cultural trends. What's happening in music?
Genres like Afrobeats, Amapiano, and Afropop have become global favorites. Artists like Burna Boy, Tems, and Kamo Mpela have collectively racked up billions of streams, showcasing just how vibrant African music is.
And that energy extends to fashion too, right?
Oh, yes. We're seeing bold Ankara prints, kente designs, and Afrocentric accessories on runways in Lagos and even New York. Events like Africa Fashion Week 2024 highlight sustainable trends, bold patterns, and fresh silhouettes that are grabbing worldwide attention.
It's also worth noting Africa's linguistic diversity with over 2,000 languages that definitely feeds into unique expressions of art and identity.
Absolutely. Then you've got major art showcases like the Biennale of Contemporary African Art in Dakar and film industries in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and South Africa. Culturally, there's never a dull moment.
And let's not forget the festivals, from Melbourne's African Music and Cultural Fest to Pan-African gatherings around the world. If you want to deep dive, look for cultural deep dives and stories. Next up, you can always view all technology articles or culture-related pieces on our site. We have plenty of synergy there. Time to zero in on the business front, charting Africa's dynamic business growth. Meli, could you talk about some of the fastest growing economies?
Sure, according to the African Development Bank and IMF, Niger sits at about 11.2% growth, Senegal at 8.2%, and Rwanda around 7.2%. Meanwhile, South Sudan and Libya are projected to top the charts at 27.2% and 13.7% growth, respectively. It's staggering.
And on a regional scale, East Africa's real GDP might jump from 1.5% to 4.9% in 2024, then up to 5.7% in 2025. West Africa is also stepping up to around 4.4% by 2025, while Central Africa sees a moderate uptick from 4.1% to 4.7%.
Plus, youth driven innovation is fueling countless startups, especially in places like West and East Africa. AFCFTA, the African Continental Free Trade Area, gives entrepreneurs cross border opportunities. Meanwhile, the Africa Investment Forum has mobilized billions in funding since 2018.
Speaking of big investments, everything from cocoa and coffee in West Africa to tech services in Kenya and tourism in Mauritius diversifies Africa's economic portfolio. Even the agri-food tech sector is seeing solid backing.
And of course, we can't discuss business growth without mentioning the wave of unicorns: Flutterwave, Moneypoint, TimeBank, OPay, Chipper Cash. They're redefining private sector activity, proving Africa's business scene is truly on fire.
That's charting Africa's dynamic business growth in a nutshell. For more, check latest business insights and stories or view all technology articles. This brings us to the final stretch. Meli, how would you sum up Africa's trajectory?
I see Africa as a blend of resilience, innovation, and a celebration of cultural pride. Tech ecosystems are growing, centuries old traditions remain vibrant, and the economic outlook is overwhelmingly positive. Over 17 countries could grow by more than 5%, with 10 among the top 20 fastest growing economies worldwide.
That's incredible. And as you said, there's an unprecedented potential for transformative growth. It's the perfect time to get involved, whether investing, collaborating, or simply staying informed.
Exactly. If you're curious about where Africa is heading next, be it fintech, cultural revolutions, or new business frontiers, this is where you want to pay attention.
So, to all our listeners, if you want to explore more, join our newsletter. We spotlight unicorns blazing new trails, cultural exports captivating audiences, and everything in between. Well, that's our comprehensive tour of African tech, culture, and business growth for today. Meli, thanks for sharing your insights.
My pleasure, Peng. It's always a treat to chat about Africa's dynamism. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for tuning in to Tech Culture Africa. Check out our further reading links for deeper dives and stay connected for more breakthroughs. Until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating, and catch you soon.